I'm trying to flea comb Ziggy, and she's way too excited. She just wants to rub up on my hand more than anything. See? She's in love with my hand. What are you doing, Ziggy? Okay, good. More pets?
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 2:15 p.m. I've been cutting up some beef for homemade cat food. The cats are having chunky beef for dinner tonight. And I also froze some. And this is what Sammy's been doing. She's laying here behind the kitchen door, like this. Maybe it's cool for her. I don't know, but she loves laying behind doors. And here's Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. Ziggy got so many pets this morning. Right, Ziggy? This is what's going on in my bedroom on my bed. So Boo and Simba have been laying on the bed. And I just came in to shut the window because it's a really hot day today. It's up in the 90s. And it's time to put the air conditioning on. We had the windows open today. And I just shut them and turned the air on. So I'm walking around the house and shutting all of the windows. And Boo likes hanging out with Simba. Simba and Boo are buddies. And there's Splash. So I put the TV on for the cats in this room. They're watching Squirrels and Chipmunks. Stella is probably under the bed. She and Splash were both under the bed a little while ago. And now Splash is in the penthouse. Here's Boo. And here's Simba. Boo has been wanting so many pets this morning because I've been away for the past 2 days. I was away for 48 hours. And the cats were eating out of their automatic feeders. And Boo enjoys eating out of the automatic feeders because it means that they get crunchies. They had 4 meals out of the automatic feeders. And the first meal was homemade raw food. They ate all of it. And then the other meals were all crunchies with some freeze-dried raw. And they ate all of that too. They also had some snacks in their snack feeders, and very happy to say, when I got home, there was no vomit at all. So that's really, really good. Let's rub Simba's tummy. Look how fluffy. You got a fluffy tummy, Simba. You got a fluffy tummy. Very fluffy tummy, Simba. Boo, you want me to rub your tummy too? Gotta be careful when I rub Boo's tummy. Sometimes he doesn't like it. But sometimes he does. Rub your tummy. So Boo's been doing a little bit of over-grooming recently. It started sometime last week. And I've noticed tufts of fur like that. So I've swapped out the probiotics again. And I plugged in the Feel Away dispensers again. And we'll see if that stops the over-grooming. I had let the Feel Away Optimums dispensers run out, and I just wanted to see what would happen like without them, if the cats were okay. And, you know, they seem fine. Splash seemed fine. He's the biggest concern. And then Boo started over-grooming, so I don't know if it has to do with the lack of those Feel Away diffusers being on. I think I was calling them dispensers, but they're really diffusers. So we'll see if that changes now that they're plugged back in. I just plugged them back in today. I was in Amazing Savings today, which is a local discount store. And I found these Koosh ball refills. It says these glow in the dark. But I thought these might fit the turbo scratchers. So that's why I bought them. They're a little bit bigger than a ping pong ball. So let's open this up and let's see if they fit. So these are not hard plastic like the original balls. They come with the turbo scratcher. They're lightweight. They do have a little bit of give to them. They're not as soft as like a Nerf ball. So we'll see if they fit, and if they fit, we'll see if they work. Sammy's already looking forward to playing with them. Okay, let's see. Is it going to fit? Okay, it's too tight. But it actually might be challenging for the cats to try to get it out. They probably could get it out. Look at this. Look at this. It is soft enough for her claws to go into the material. What are you going to do, Sam? You going to get it out? Get the bowl out. You going to get it out? Is it stuck in there too tight? Let's try the other one. I don't know if this other one is bigger or smaller. I think this one's going to be smaller. Yeah, so it's even more stuck in this one, so this is not good. You know what? I'll leave it there anyway. So each of them now have one of these koosh balls stuck in them, and we'll see if the cats get them out. They won't be able to play with them like around this track, but they will be able to get them out if they want to. This little tunnel is Sammy's favorite thing right now. When I was cleaning up my storage room down here, I found this in a storage container. It was folded up, and the cats have not used this in years because they don't really like it, but Sammy loves it. What she does is she goes inside of it, she hangs out inside of it, and then she jumps out and scares people. You want to get the bowl out, Ziggy? See, that's what Sammy does. I think it's good if these balls are a little bit of a challenge for the cats to get them out. Look at this. They could put these in their mouth and carry them around. They can't do that with the ones that are hard or plastic. Okay, I'll leave them that one to play with. And I'll leave them these two in the turbo scratchers. And then I still have two in the package. It is 1:46 p.m. and I just came into the room to relax and do some planning on a planner. And look what's going on here. So Stella was underneath the bed, but she just jumped on top of the bed. Here's Boo. Here's me. Here's Stella. Here's Simba. And there's Splash. And now Boo jumped over here because he wants to be closer. Look at this, look! All four of the cats are on the bed with me. This is a first. Like, this is the first time ever that I've laid or sat on this bed and had four cats on it with me. Specifically these four. Because usually Splash gets scared and he'll jump off the bed. And usually Boo's not in here. So it's very, very rare that all four cats will be in this room at the same time. And even more rare that I'll be laying on the bed with them. But right now I'm on the bed with all four of the cats. How you doing, Boo? How you doing, Stella? How you doing, Simba? How you doing, Splashy? It is almost 11 a.m. and here's Stella. She's laying on the bed. And here's Simba, he's laying on the bed with her, and Splash is underneath the bed, and Boo is in his room. And I just called the local poultry farm because I want to place an order today. And I wanted to ask them about their pet food that they make because they freeze it in patty-sized portions, and I have to open like 6 patties per meal, and it would be so much easier if I could just purchase it by the pound. So I called up the farm and I said, do you guys ever sell your pet food by the pound, or is it only by the patty? And she says, it's by the patty, but you could buy like an individual patty. I was like, no, I have the opposite problem. I want to purchase like 10 pounds of food at once because I go through 1.5 pounds of food per meal. I go through like 6 patties per meal. And she goes, no, unfortunately, we're not allowed to sell it that way. You could thank your local government for that, which totally shocked me. I was like, are you serious? There are laws about that? She said, yeah, that's why we have to sell it the way we sell it, because the local government, meaning New Jersey, puts restrictions on us. They think it's going to get contaminated if we sell it by the pound, so we are stuck selling it by the patty. How stupid is that? That is like the stupidest thing I've heard, right, Stella? Because they can sell ground meat by the pound. I have no problem buying ground meat from them by the pound. I could buy organs by the pound, which I do. I'm placing an order for 2 pounds of chicken hearts, 2 pounds of chicken liver. I'm buying turkey breast by the pound. So I'm getting 6 pounds of turkey breasts, which I'm then going to cut up into chunks for cat food. I can buy turkey necks, which I am then going to put through the grinder and make ground turkey necks. But I can't buy pre-ground meat that contains bones unless it is packaged in single serving sizes. That is so dumb, Stella, right? So stupid. Unless it's sold in plastic wraps in patty sizes, I can't buy it. So I just wanted to document this because it is absolutely ridiculous. And I know the last time I posted about the food from the local farm, so many people said, oh, if they're a local farm, you could talk to them about this. They could probably do this for you or that for you. They'll probably handle special requests. They have never once handled a special request. And now we know why. It is because of governmental restrictions. It's about 2 p.m. Here's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Look what Nancy has. Nancy has a dress. Nancy has a princess dress. So I found this in a local pet store the other day. And this was the largest size that they had. And this is a small/medium. It was $14.99. I don't think I got it on sale. It says it is a 2-piece princess cat costume set. So it has the dress and it has a little hat. Now this dress looks almost exactly like the dress that Stella got last year for Halloween, except Stella's is blue and Stella's is bigger than this. So I was hoping that they would have a bigger one, but this is the biggest one that they had. Love the color. It is lavender. And I was testing it out on Nancy, and look at this. Watch. Look at this. Ready? Look. Nancy, you want to wear your dress? You want to wear a dress? She was enjoying it. Look, she's purring now. Nancy is going to look so pretty in a princess dress. Right, Nancy? She says she can't wait to wear it. You and Stella are going to look like twins. She's going to have her blue dress, and you're going to have your lavender dress, right? You think you're going to like it? She's purring. I figure if she doesn't like it, Sammy might like it or Ziggy might like it. But I think Nancy's going to like it. Look at that, Nancy. Nancy, look how pretty you are in your dress and you're not even wearing it yet. Look how pretty you are, Nancy, in your dress and you're not even wearing it yet. You're a princess? Because Stella's a queen. You stuck? Stella's a queen and you're a princess, right, Nancy? Okay, here you go. There you go. There's your dress. You like it? You like the dress? You wanna bite on it? Look how pretty, Nancy. Look how pretty. Whoops. Look at that. Look. Look at what it has inside. You can't wear it yet, Nancy, because right now I'm just cleaning up. I'm cleaning and organizing the house, doing like a weekly walkthrough, and I came across this in the bag. Oh no, did she ruin it already? No, it's Velcro. And I came across this in the bag. I never took it out of the bag. So I'm going to put it in their closet. I'll put it in the closet, Nancy. Don't eat the hat. Don't eat the hat. You're going to wear that, okay? It'll look pretty on you. That's your princess hat. Nancy, that's your princess hat. You don't want to eat it. And that is thunder. We had really bad storms roll in last night. Like, just really bad thunder and lightning. And today was sunny earlier today, and it's starting to get cloudy, and it's really, really hot. So we're expecting thunderstorms today also. It's about 10 minutes later, and we just had the craziest amount of rain come down all of a sudden. More thunder, more lightning. There was even some hail for a little while. Made sure all the windows and doors are shut, and yeah, the cats are a little bit freaked out. Here's Simba and Boo. They're laying on the bed. I thought they would be underneath the bed, but thankfully they're on the bed. Stella and Splash are underneath the bed. How you doing, Boo? Now there's hail coming down the size of marbles. Can you see the hail? This is a crazy storm. It is 8:37 a.m. and here's Simba. Let me tell you what just happened. So Simba was laying on my bed and I was getting ready for my day. And all of a sudden I heard that cry that he makes before he is going to vomit. And I knew that I had to go grab some kind of a paper plate. Now, I don't have any of those large paper platters left. I only have the small plates that the cats eat on. So I grabbed one of the small plates and I put it under him, and I knew that if I was going to get him to vomit on the plate, I was going to have to hold him, so that's what I did. And this is what happened. I was able to catch his vomit, which was a hairball. You could see this is a hairball. And then with Simba, after he vomits something, there's like a secondary vomit of liquid after that. And I was able to catch that also. So I am so proud of myself to be able to catch all of it on this little tiny plate. This is like a 5-inch plate. And the way that I was able to do that was by getting behind him and then putting one arm on this side, one arm on that side. I basically grabbed him by the shoulders, if cats had shoulders. So I had one arm here, one arm here. I was just basically trying to stabilize him without like blocking his body from doing what it needed to do to, vomit up the hairball. I basically was just trying to direct him so that he would vomit onto the plate, and it worked really, really well. And then when I saw that he wasn't done, I just did the same thing. I just like lightly grabbed him by the shoulders with my arms on either side of him that were directing him, and that's how I was able to get him to vomit on the plate. What I don't understand is, if cats can be trained to use a litter box when they, poop and they pee, they should be able to be trained to do something similar when they vomit. Like, why not? But cats are not going to vomit like where they poop and they pee. They're not going to do that. So I wonder if there's some other kind of contraption that could be used for them to like vomit into. Here's Boo. Boo, do you guys need a vomit bucket? Like, what if I got a little plastic tub for you guys to vomit into? Would you actually vomit into the plastic tub? Would that be a good idea? You want me to get you like a little plastic bowl, a vomit bowl? Would you vomit into it instead of like on the rug? It is 8:30 a.m. and here's Sammy. She wanted to come upstairs, so I let her upstairs. She's been up here with the older cats by herself more often. And right now, the older cats are all just doing whatever they want, and she's up here. So we'll see what happens. Oh, here's Boo. Hey, Boo. Here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, okay? There's Sammy. Let's go. So with Sammy up here with the other cats, Boo is the wild card. It's 5 minutes later, and Sammy wanted to go back downstairs, so I let her back downstairs. Here's Stella, here's Boo, and there's some chipmunk videos on the TV. Here's Simba and Splash, and I have to start getting ready for my day. It is 10 a.m. and there's Sammy in her favorite toy or whatever you want to call it. So that is the cat tunnel that I took out for the cats, I don't know, a week or two ago. And Sammy absolutely loves it. She thinks it's like her little submarine or like a special hiding place for her. I'm just about to have some playtime with the cats down here. That's why I have this toy out. So they've been brushed. Well, 4 of them have. And I tried brushing the others, but they don't want me to brush them. They had a few snacks earlier this morning. I put their toys on for them. And now we're going to have some playtime. And then after the playtime, they're going to have their breakfast. Right, Ziggy? They have not been able to get these balls out of these turbo scratchers, and I have not been able to find the balls that belong to those turbo scratchers. And I've done some cleaning out down here, but I still have more cleaning out to do. So hopefully this week I'll make more progress. It's 1 p.m. and look at what's going on here. So that is it's like a backpack purse. And I just got back from the supermarket. I had to run some errands this morning. And I just put it on the floor here in the dining room. And both Ziggy and little Eva have been laying on it. It's so funny. Every time I put this purse on the floor, one of the kittens wants to lay on it. They actually lay on the straps. Sometimes they kind of use it as a pillow also. Here's Stella. Today Stella is in Boo's room. She didn't want to go into my room with the other cats. So I put her in Boo's room and I put the gates in the door. And this morning, Richard snuck into the room with Stella. And since I knew I had to go out, I had to kind of shoo him out from underneath the day sofa. And the tambourine works really, really good for that. He just ran right out. And Stella's relaxing now by the open window. Here's Richard. He's splooting. He's across from the door. And here's Simba. Simba's laying on the bed. There's a fan on in here. And I think Splash is probably underneath the bed because I don't see him. Here's Boo. He's laying on the bed with Simba. It's 1:20 p.m. And look at what's going on here. So this is little Eva. And she's laying on my shoe. She's laying on my flip-flop. She was laying on my bag a little while ago. Now she's laying on my shoe. So I know little Eva likes me because otherwise she wouldn't be laying on my bag or laying on my shoe. So this is a good sign. She's just still nervous around me. She likes me the most at night after they've eaten their dinner and they get like a dessert. They'll get like 1 can of food split 7 ways. And that's when she really likes me because that's her favorite part of the day. Little Eva loves dessert, right, little Eva? It's 1:30 p.m. Look at Sammy. That's her afternoon spot. She's behind the back door. I would like to open the back door, but I'm not going to disturb her. It is 9:30 a.m. and this is the cardboard cat scratcher that has been in Boo's room. So Boo, who is here right now, has been getting his front claws stuck on things, so he really needs to use a scratching post, a cat tower, some kind of scratcher. I don't think he's been doing a good enough job with that recently. So what I did today was I picked this up and I threw out all of the, like random bits of cardboard on it, and I turned it over. So this is almost like a newer surface. And I also sprinkled a little bit of catnip on it to try to entice the cats. Now, when I went downstairs to get something out of the laundry room, I heard a cat using the scratcher. I don't know who it was. And then a little while later when I came back upstairs, Simba was using the scratcher. Now Simba has issues with catnip. So if Simba gets, I don't know if it's too much catnip or a certain amount of catnip, I don't know if it's any catnip, he then vomits from it. Not like instantly vomits from it, but several hours later or the following day, he'll vomit from the catnip. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because I did see Simba using this and he was sniffing the catnip, rolling around on it a little bit. But again, it was only a little bit of catnip, but the cats have not had any catnip since I figured out that is what has been causing Simba's vomiting. So I just want to document this to see if there is a correlation between a little tiny bit of catnip and Simba vomiting. Hopefully he'll be able to handle like small portions, and maybe it's just a dosage issue with him. And here's Boo. So the cats all got brushed this morning. I didn't brush the downstairs cats yet, but the upstairs cats got brushed. And we're just about to have some playtime and then some breakfast. But I have found that if the cats are too hungry for breakfast, then they don't want to play. So we'll see what happens today, right, Bo? Here's Splash and Stella. They've been playing with this 3-in-1 cat toy. And here's Simba. It's 10 p.m. and here's Sammy. She's eating a few crunchies in the kitchen because she keeps escaping up here. Every time I open the door to downstairs, she flies up here so fast. I guess she wants to spend time with the older cats. So she's been hanging out. I mean, Boo's been hissing at her, Stella's been hissing at her, but it's been pretty peaceful other than that. And she's been looking out some windows and smelling the air and just, enjoying herself. So that's what's been going on tonight. It happened about 3 times. And here's Boo right now. So Sammy backed away. Okay, Boo. Okay? You had your crunchies. You had a crunchy snack. So I bought a new bag of crunchies at Whole Foods. So I gave the cats 1 teaspoon each to make sure that they like these before I use them in an automatic feeder while I'm away. And yeah, they all ate them, so. This new brand is a success. Not that I would buy it all the time, but I thought it was interesting because it does not have any meal in it. No chicken meal, nothing like that. It's just natural ingredients and whole food ingredients. Sammy's walking around right now. Boo's looking at her. Okay, Boo. Be a good boy. Be a good boy, Boo. Look how much bigger. Boo is so much bigger than Sammy. That's one of Sammy's favorite places to hang out, underneath this piece of furniture near the water bowls. Now, what I want to do is I want to go downstairs and give the other kittens some of the new dry food, see if they like it. But I don't know if I want to do it while Sammy's walking around up here unsupervised. So I just lured Boo into his room with a few of the crunchies, and Simba is hanging out by the windows in Boo's room. So I shut the door, the 2 of them are in there. That means that Sammy is out here with Stella and Splash, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm going to go downstairs and see if the kittens like the new dry food. And here's Sammy. Can you see her? She's smelling the air. I have the attic fan on right now, and it's cool outside. So it's pulling in a lot of refreshing air. Uh-oh. You got your paw stuck on the screen? Take your paw off the screen. Did she make a hole in it? Oh, I think this is, I think this one's one of the pet screens. The pet screens are thicker than normal screens. The material is a bit different. You alright? You okay? I know it's kind of dark right now. You probably can't see much. Good. You're a good girl, Sammy. Good girl. Okay, Stella, I want you to babysit while I go downstairs, okay? You're in charge. You're the babysitter, okay? Do you remember what it's like to have little kittens? Stella says that when she had little kittens, they weren't so far away in age from her because she was a very young mom. And Sammy's a lot younger than Stella is now. Stella's 8 and Sammy's 1. Right, Stella? I also should point out that this is how the older cats like to play with these toys. They just sit on the wand part that goes around. That's how Stella and Boo like to play with them. Hello, Nancy. Nancy says she can't wait to try the new crunchies. There's Richard. Richard's a mama's boy. If Nancy's the mother, Richard's a mama's boy. There's Ringo. Hey, Ringo! These are their dinner plates. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of crunchies on each plate. So there's Goldie, Ziggy, Eva, Ringo, Nancy, and Richard. Okay, who wants some? Who wants some? Okay, move everything over. Here, Ringo. So it looks like there's a good response to these. Everyone seems to be eating them. Sammy ate some upstairs. I was actually going to get ready for bed and then hang out down here for a while. Maybe sleep down here for a while, but not with Sammy upstairs. There needs to be supervision. Who is this? Goldie. Hey, Goldie. Hey, Goldie. So here's Stella. She just moved into my bedroom because she thinks I'm getting ready for bed, and she's like, okay, let's go to sleep. Splash is under the bed, which is not usual for him at this time of day, but he probably saw Sammy, got scared, and went under the bed. That's fine. He can hang out there. Sammy's still looking out the window. I might just pick her up and put her downstairs so everyone could have a good night's sleep. I do think it is good for her to come up here and spend some time with the older cats to, you know, kind of get everyone used to each other, but you know, not when I want to go to bed and get some sleep. It was fine earlier in the night, and today was not a normal day. Like, my schedule was completely off today. I ended up losing like 4 or 5 hours of my day today because my dishwasher broke yesterday. And I had to go out and shop for a new one, and they don't make that easy. So I ended up going to 4 different stores, and what these stores have on their website is different from what they have in their stores, and they only have like a limited quantity on display that you could actually look at. And then of course, you know, it's all about negotiating prices and negotiating delivery and installation and all that stuff, and I know the camera's not focusing right now, but that's why my schedule is completely off today. And yeah, so I didn't get nearly as much done today as I wanted to, but I did get a new dishwasher ordered, and hopefully it'll be here next week. It is 8:20 a.m. and here's Sammy. Hey, Sammy. She wanted to come upstairs. She wanted to come upstairs and be with the older cats. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. Okay, I'm still getting ready for my day, Sammy, okay? So you're on your own right now, okay? You're on your own. You're gonna hang out over here? Okay, that's fine. Okay, just be a good girl, okay? Oh, Simba just ran down the hall and Sammy went to follow him. I was like, Sammy, where are you going? And then when she realized what she was doing, she stopped. So she's in the dining room right now. Simba is over here. So all of the older cats are in the living room right now. So here's Boo, Stella, and Simba. And here's Splash. And maybe Splash is looking at Sammy. I don't know if he could see her from there. I just turned the attic fan on because it's nice and cool outside. And I want to get some cool air into the house. So there's a really nice breeze near the windows right now. Sammy might want to go smell the air. But otherwise, I put their electronic toys on. That's why they're all gathered here on the play rug. Sometimes they just like to watch the toys more than actually attack the toys. But sometimes they do attack the toys. But in reality, they're just waiting for me to finish getting ready for my day, so then they could be brushed and eat their breakfast. Here's Sammy. This is what she wanted to do. She wanted to smell the air by the windows. So I'm just going to let her do what she wants to do and go about my morning routine. She's a very brave girl. And I trust her not to start fights with the older cats. And I don't think the older cats are going to attack her. Boo is a maybe, but I don't think the others will. I'm here with Stella and Boo, and it is mail time. The cats got a package. This is from Sharon. And let's see what the cats got. Let's see what's inside of the package. And here's Simba. Simba says, don't forget about me. Here's Stella. Hey, Stella. Let's open this up. Sharon always packages things very, very well, so sometimes it's a little challenging to open. Okay, so this is half of the package, and check this out. Look, it's a Hello Kitty bag. I believe this is the kind of bag that you put in your car, and then you could like use it as a car organizer and put stuff in it. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Sharon. Ooh, and look at this one. Look at that. That's really cool. It has like electric cats on it. See what the there's like lightning and stars. That is so cool. And she always has like the most perfect complementary fabrics. Thank you very much, Sharon. And look at this cat bed. Oh my gosh, look at all the chickens on this cat bed. So Sharon had mentioned that she was going to send some cat beds for Grandma and Grandpa's cats. And look at this, it has the chickens on it. I think Grandma's really gonna like this one. Oh, and look, they're wearing rain boots. That is so cute, and this is super soft plush material. Thank you so much, Sharon. And then here we have some cat blankets, and look how cute this material is. Look at this material. Look, it's all little armchairs. Well, there's also some sofas, and there's cats on them. That is so cute. I don't know where she finds this material, and that's Boo in the background. He's chasing a toy. And here's the other side. I wonder if this is the same type of like waterproof material that the cats have in their vomit blanket. So here's Simba. He decided he needed to test this out. He gives it his seal of approval. Simba, we got to look at the other one. Look, there's another one underneath it. It's very, very cute. This one has cats on it. Okay, he's a little bit upset. Look at this one. Look how cute this one is with the cats on it. That's adorable. Thank you, Sharon. And here's what's in the other side. And here's a note. It says, "Hi LF, hope all is well with you and your gang. I'm sending a couple of beds for Grandma's cats. I know that Marty could use one, but is Sophia an outdoor cat? I hope she can use one. I like cats to be comfortable." So Sophia likes going in the outside cat shelter that Grandma and Grandpa have. So if she doesn't use it inside, she might use it in the cat shelter. The two wacky things with the yellow waterproof backing is for your carrier. Oh, see that? So these are for the carrier, and I thought this was that waterproof material. I remember on a recent video you said that Boo urinated in the carrier at one time, so I thought that maybe you could use these pads. They are waterproof, urine and vomit will not seep through. Yeah, that's a good idea. I made myself one because Sunday did vomit in her carrier on the way to the vet's a while ago. They can be washed and dried, but I wouldn't iron the yellow backing, not that you would necessarily do that. The other things are pods to put things in and to hang anywhere. You know me, I don't just make one of anything. Laugh out loud. I am sure everything got very wrinkled, but you can iron the pods to get them back in shape. As always, please feel free to give anything that you might not want away. Hugs and purrs, Sharon. Oh, okay, so these are pods, and now that I think about this, this is like so great for me to use in the house. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, because this would fit perfectly on a doorknob. And so what I could use in here is like cat supplies downstairs in the room where I put the cat food together. I could put that there. Or I could hang one of these on the closet door in Boo's room and put stuff in there. Specifically, I'm thinking of like the plastic bags that I use when I scoop out the litter would be good. I also use the little plastic bags that you get at the produce section of the supermarket. Anytime I have to clean up like a vomit or a hairball, I'll use one of those instead of like a larger plastic bag. So these would be really good to keep some supplies really handy. Look at this fabric. Look how cute it is. Look, do you see the cats? There's little cats peeking out of flowers. That is so adorable. And look at the inside. And look at the cats on the inside. Look how cute they are. Thank you very much, Sharon. Oh, and here's another one. And look at this one. It has flamingos inside. And then it's like green on the outside. I have a family member that lives in Florida. This might make a very nice gift for them. So thank you very much. And then here's the other cat beds. And look at all the cats. Aren't they cute? I know the cats are really, really going to like these. And look at what Simba just did to Sharon's note. This is what Simba does when he gets hungry. He starts chewing things. I don't know why he does that, but it's his sign to me that he wants to eat. The only time he chews things is when he's hungry. Simba, that wasn't very nice to chew on that note like that. Thank you very much, Sharon, for thinking of the cats and thinking of Grandma's cats. And I think the mats for the carrier are a really good idea, so I'm going to use those the next time I have to take one of the cats to the vet. And thank you so much for all of the pods. And I think those are going to help keep things organized and neat. And we hope you and Sunday are doing well. It is 9:37 a.m. and I just came downstairs and I want to talk about this wheel because this wheel's been getting a good amount of use recently and Sammy's been using it a lot. I just fed the cats upstairs and as they were eating, we kept hearing this wheel being used. It is 7 a.m. and the cats are waiting for their feeders to go off. I have them set up for an overnight trip. There it goes. There's the first one. So there's homemade raw food in the feeders for breakfast this morning. Oh, the one in Boo's room did not fully turn. Here's another one. The other one should go off any second now. So I have them set up for an overnight trip. And I'm not happy with these feeders because I've been having issues with them. So we'll see what happens. This feeder did not go off, so I'm going to manually pick it up and turn it. Or actually, I'm just going to reset it. Let me do this. Let's see if it'll turn now. Let's see if it'll turn. Nope. I had to really hold it down for it to turn. So that's not good. So I don't know if this is going to dispense the other meals in this feeder. That is why I have these set up also. These are set up with quite a bit of crunchies. I just picked up Stella and I brought her over to this one. So now the cats can all eat their breakfast. The reason why I set these up is because I need to get out of here early today, and it's going to be the easiest way for me to do that. The deer family across the street are eating their breakfast. They come around multiple times a day to eat. It's the mother and the 3 kids. Or at least it usually is. It is 10:41 a.m. and I just got back from Petco where I purchased 2 boxes of Capstar for the cats. And this is a flea medicine. And the cats have had this before because this is what the vets have given to the cats whenever the cats were brought in with fleas. All of my cats are rescues. They were all feral cats living outside. And when they first went to a vet, if a vet found fleas on them, the vet gave them Capstar. So I know these work, and I also know that the cats have had these before without any issues. So I'm hoping they work just as well without any issues again right now. So here's Boo, and Boo's been doing a lot of over grooming recently, and his over grooming got to a point where I was like, okay, this is just way more than over grooming. And he was just constantly itching and scratching. So I got my flea comb out and I really changed my technique as far as how I was using a flea comb on him. I just started using it in super slow motion. And by doing that, I was actually able to find fleas on him. Whenever I used a flea comb on him in the past, I never found any fleas. So it was always diagnosed as over grooming. But this time I found fleas. And I found quite a few fleas, so that would explain why he's just constantly itching and scratching. And he's not itching and scratching right now because I got a lot of fleas off him this morning. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to go buy Capstar and give it to all the cats. Here's Simba, and I also found a bunch of fleas on Simba. I found more fleas on Simba than I did on Boo. So I'm hoping that Simba will take a capsule and not vomit it up because Simba has been vomiting over the past 12 hours. And vomiting can also be flea related because they say that if a cat is grooming in themselves and if they swallow a flea, then it could cause some tummy troubles and then they can vomit. So fingers crossed that I could get a Capstar in all the cats, including the kittens. So that means I'm trying to get one of these pills into 11 cats. Right, Simba? So this is what the packaging looks like. There are 6 tablets in each box. And that is 1 tablet. They are super small. I would say maybe 1/4 of an inch across. So there's the tiny tablet next to the packaging. You see there's a big difference. So hopefully if I put this in a little bit of like a treat food for them, I went out and I got them some Friskies because they love that. They don't have that often. I'm going to give them each a little bit of Friskies with one of these tablets in it, and hopefully they'll all eat it without any problem. So this is what they are getting. Maybe like a teaspoon of some Friskies. And then I put the Capstar in the middle of it and I kind of put food all around it. So they're getting a tiny portion. And if they eat all of this, including the tablet, then they can get a little bit more food. I don't want to give them too much food. So Boo's eating his food and Stella's eating her food. And I have to watch them to see if they're going to eat that tablet or if they're going to leave it on the plate. Because cats are known to leave things on the plate that they don't like. I picked up Simba's plate and Splash's plate because for some reason they didn't want to eat it right away. They might be waiting for a meal topper. Okay, so it looks like Boo ate the tablet, and it looks like Stella ate the tablet. I picked up Simba, I brought him into Boo's room, and I gave him his food here. I also put a little bit of freeze-dried chicken on it. because that's what they wait for. If they don't eat their food right away, it's usually because they're waiting for a topper. If I see that he eats the tablet, and then Splash is the next cat that I need to make sure he eats it. So Simba did not eat the tablet. It's still there in the food. I might need to get like a churu or a squeeze up or something. So Simba's not leaving the room until he eats that tablet. So I put a little bit of a churu on the food. He did not want to eat it. So then I opened up a envelope of Fortiflora, which he just licked off the top. Alright, so I was able to get Simba to eat the tablet by putting some more freeze-dried chicken on that little bit of food. This is the Stewart dog treats, but it's fine for cats also. It is freeze-dried chicken breast. I get it by these big tubs. Simba loves it. The cats love it. But they like it so much that sometimes they won't eat their food unless I put a little bit on top of their food. I don't want to give Simba any more food because, again, he's been vomiting. I want to see if this little snack will stay in his stomach. Hopefully it will. Splash is eating his food. I had to put freeze-dried chicken on it and also a little bit of the Fortiflora. I had to put Boo in his room and shut the door so he stays away because he was trying to steal Splash's food. And right now I'm holding Stella to keep her away from Splash's food. Hopefully Splash will eat the piece with the capsule and then they could all get the rest of their breakfast. I just have to make sure he eats it. Once these cats get the rest of their meal, then I'm going to go downstairs and try to get the tablets into the rest of the cats. Did he eat it or not? Okay, it looks like the tablet has been eaten, which is good. I just see some freeze-dried chicken. Now, I did look to see, you know, can cats get a double dose? And it should be okay if there's a mistake and cats get a double dose. Supposedly, this medicine was tested for like 2 weeks at 10 times the dose, and there were no ill effects from it, so we'll see. Okay, guys, you ready for the rest of your meal? Ready for the rest of your meal, Splash? I just gave Boo, Stella, and Splash the rest of that can of Friskies. It's a 5.5 ounce can, so I split it 3 ways between them with what was left. And I don't know why Splash walked away from his plate. His plate's over here. I still have all the automatic feeders here because I was away on an overnight trip. I just got back very late last night, and I have not put these away yet. I did take the trays out from the big feeders, but those need to be cleaned up today. But as soon as I saw the fleas this morning, I just wanted to get the medication, and then hopefully Boo will stop itching so much. So I just gave them the rest of the can of Friskies. I split it between them. I guess Splash is not eating because there's no freeze-dried chicken on it. That's fine. I had to put Simba back in Boo's room with the door shut because I don't want to give Simba more food, again, because he's been vomiting. So I want to wait at least an hour to see if he'll keep the Capstar down. They say it usually starts working within like 30 minutes. So that's why if he could keep it down for like an hour, maybe I'll give him a little bit more food. But since he's been vomiting, I just want to kind of rest his stomach as much as possible and hope that he keeps that tablet down. This is what the kittens are getting. They're getting a spoon of Friskies with the Capstar pushed into it. So practically all of the cats are itching down here. They're kind of afraid of me since I got back last night. I don't know why, which is why they're not here like they usually are. And I sat down on the mini trampoline to give them some treats. And just sitting down, I had like 2 fleas jump on me. So I'm definitely hoping that they eat the medicine. And then as soon as they do, and they eat a little bit more food, I'm gonna vacuum this place and clean it really good. Okay, so mission accomplished as far as getting a tablet in each of the cats. Eva, Ringo, Goldie, and Sammy ate the tablet right away. They ate the little bit of food right away. Then I was able to get Ziggy to eat it by putting a little bit of the Fortiflora on it. And Nancy also ate it with a little bit of Fortiflora. And then for Richard, I had to put a little bit of squeeze up on it. So now that they ate the tablets, I am going to give them some more food on the plates, and then they're done. And then I feel like I have 24 hours to really vacuum down here, clean up. I might get rid of like some of the area rugs, and we'll see what happens. They're all eating their food except for Nancy. She's hanging out over here. I'm gonna go back upstairs, check on the cat, see how Simba's doing, and start cleaning things up. Here's Simba. He's laying by the open window in Boo's room, nice and peacefully. It's been about a half hour since they've had their tablets. The other cats are looking for more food, meaning Boo and Stella. Splash seems to be happy. I'm gonna look for any kind of white bedding material that I have. I'm gonna put it on the bed. I want to put it on the day sofa. I'm gonna do a ton of laundry today. I just want to, anything that I have that's white. I might even go out and buy like a set of white sheets to cover like the couch down there, downstairs, and the day bed downstairs, because it would be easier to see fleas on white than on any other color. There's Simba scratching. So hopefully the capsules will work. They're supposed to be 90% effective. And I mean, even if it's just a little better than it has been, that would be good. So any help is good. Let's try making a homemade flea trap. I want to see if this is going to work. I just ordered some of the tarot flea traps on Amazon. They should be here this afternoon. And I was looking around online, and they say you need a source of light and heat. So I have this candle. And if you put it near some water that has a few drops of dish soap in it, the light and the heat will attract the fleas. And then if they land in the water with the dish soap, then that will kill them. So I have this shallow bowl, and I have this candle. And I'm going to put some water in the bottom, add a few drops of this dish soap, and light the candle. And then I'm gonna stick around to keep the cats away from it. Most of the cats are upstairs right now. I think there might be one cat down here. But I was sitting a few feet away from where I am right now earlier, and I did have a flea jump on me. So I know that there are fleas around here, and I do need to do a lot of cleaning today. So this is just an experiment. Let's see what happens if we set this up. Will it work? Will it not work? So here's some water. I put a little bit of the Dawn Blue dish soap in it, and there's a flea right here. Can you see that? There's already a flea. I did not even light the candle, and there's a flea. So let's hope that flea dies. Maybe I should mix the dish soap in a little bit better. I'm just mixing it in. The flea came back into the dish soap. Maybe I am going to put some more dish soap in there. There you go. There it is. I can't believe there's already a flea there, so let's light this. And let's see what happens. I'll be back in a few minutes. I just shut the camera off. There's already a second flea, so there are 2 fleas in here right now. And it has not even been a minute. So I just moved it over a bit to more of the central area of the carpet. We now have 3 fleas in the bowl. This is where I have it. This is like the cat's play area. This is like a trampoline. They like to play on top of it, underneath it. This is Sammy's favorite tunnel, and just all of their other toys. And here's another, there's another flea on the edge over there. I'm just gonna put some of the liquid on it. There, I just tapped it into the water. So we're up to 4 fleas. This is not something that I would leave unattended with cats around. I wouldn't want the cats to, you know, go near the candle or knock it over or anything. Even though if the candle was knocked over, you know, it's surrounded by liquid, so hopefully it wouldn't start a fire. But, you know, it's always good to be safe and to just be really cautious anytime you're dealing with an open flame. We are now up to what looks like 5 fleas. I need to leave the room to get a few things. So I just grabbed this laundry basket and I put it on top of this flea trap. And first I put my hand near the top to see how hot it would get, because I don't want this plastic melting. And it gets warm, but I don't think it's going to get hot enough to melt the plastic. Now obviously there's enough room for fleas to jump into this trap if I leave it here, and hopefully the cats will stay away from it. The cats usually like to stay away from laundry baskets like these. They're kind of afraid of them. I'm gonna get some laundry out of the dryer, get a few other things, and then start cleaning up down here. Right now there are 7 fleas in the trap. So I don't know if you could see this, but there are little fleas dropping off of Boo. and they're dead and they're dying, and I've been trying to get them. I'm gonna put this in some dish soap or flush it down the toilet. So here's Boo. He's laying here with Stella. So at least it looks like the capstar is working. Any little black fleck that I see on this white duvet cover, I'm trying to dispose of. This is just some freeze-dried chicken. I'm going to throw that out. So at least I know the capstar is working because I am picking up fleas. And I was going to put this blanket back on the bed because this is the vomit blanket that Sharon made for the cats, but I just might wait. This just came out of the dryer, still a little bit damp. It's 1:15 p.m. and I have my second load of laundry going, and I have vacuumed this rug twice now. I vacuumed this entire downstairs area twice now, and I'm going to take this outside again. I've been taking this outside to dump the cup that is where all of the debris goes, just in case there's fleas in there. And this is the homemade flea trap that I made. Right now there's probably like 12 or 13 fleas in it. You can see them dead at the bottom. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera because they're so small. So I've been kind of moving this around the room as I've been vacuuming, and I'm happy it caught the fleas that it did, and I'm hoping that there's not a whole lot more fleas. This afternoon the Tarot flea trap should arrive. Those are electric ones, and we'll see how those do compared to this. Here's the homemade flea trap after it has been on for about an hour. I've been moving it around the room as I've been cleaning. Mostly this has been on the floor. And it has trapped about 12 or 13 fleas, which I'm really happy about because that's 12 or 13 less fleas on the loose down here. So I am going to extinguish the flame, clean this out, and it's done down here for now. I need to do some other cleaning, and maybe I'll light this again later in another part of the house. It is 1:25 p.m. and I am checking on Simba. So about 20 minutes ago I gave him some more food, and it looks like he ate most of it. So that's good. I don't want to load him up with too much food. So he has not vomited since he had breakfast today, like that little tiny bit of food with the capstar in it. He did not vomit that, and he just ate some more food here, so hopefully he won't vomit that either. And he's in Boo's room by himself. I think it's good for him to just like relax. He does want to leave, but I don't want him to leave. I want him to just stay here. How am I gonna get out of the room now? What are you doing, Simba? You want to go in the room with everyone else? You want to go in my room? You want me to pick you up and put you in my room? Alright, I just gave him a tiny bit of food, whatever was left in the can, and then hopefully he'll settle down. Okay, Simba, go eat it. I have a lot of cleaning to do. Those are Boo's automatic feeders from overnight. Here's Stella and Boo. They're laying on the bed together. I came to see what's going on in here, if there's any more fleas jumping off of them. Here are a few flea specks that I picked up off of the bed. One of them, the one on the left, looks like it's still moving around a little bit, so I'm going to dispose of these. I think there's fleas on Stella's face. Look at this. I just grabbed a tissue so I could try to wipe it off, but I think there's fleas trying to jump off of her face. So Stella just moved, and there are 3 fleas on the bed underneath where she was. So I'm going to try to get these. I'm here with Boo and a flea comb, and I want to talk about how to properly use a flea comb, because I have brushed Boo for fleas many times and I've never gotten any fleas off of him until today. And I did something different today than what I normally do. So in the past I would brush him for fleas, you know, like they say to do, just brush him and see if there's any fleas on the flea comb. And I've never gotten any fleas off of him. So he is itching today. He did have some flea medication today because I did find fleas on him. But I want to show you how I had to use this flea comb in order to actually find fleas on him. So what I had to do was I had to move it super, super slowly like super slow motion. And by moving it super slow motion, I was actually able to get fleas off of him that way. He might not have any fleas on him now because he had a Capstar a few hours ago, and I also combed quite a lot of fleas off of him this morning. But this is how I was able to get fleas off of him, by moving the flea comb in super slow motion, like super slow motion. And right now, I have not found any fleas on him, which is good. But I just wanted to make this video because I think doing it this way really made a difference with Boo. And I was also able to find fleas on Simba and Stella. And it was by using the same method, this super slow motion method of making sure that the flea comb is on his skin and just moving it super, super slowly. Most of the fleas that I found on him were around his neck area and then also around his tail. So it's good that I'm not finding any right now. So here's Stella, and Stella has fleas actively jumping off of her right now. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a flea on her paw right there. And I'm going to use the flea comb on her again a little bit. She's not happy with... Stop that, Stella! There's a flea right here. She's probably agitated because, you know, it doesn't feel good having these fleas on her. Let's see if we could try the flea comb on Stella right now. Or is she going to attack me? So not only is it hard to flea comb Stella because she doesn't like it, it's also hard because she has such thick fur. So it's really hard to get the comb through her fur. We're going to try it now. But this is how slow I had to go. Can you see that? There's a flea on the flea comb. What I have here is a bowl with some water and some dish detergent in it, and there's also some tissues. As I've been squashing the fleas, I've just been putting the tissues in here. That's where I just put the flea that I got off of Stella. But this is how I have to flea comb them in order to get fleas off. Like, do you see how thick her fur is? It's so hard to get a flea comb through it. Like, look how thick that is. Like, it's almost impossible. I know. I'm sorry, Stella. I know. I'm sorry. That is how slow I have to go in order to actually get fleas off the cats. Sorry, Stella, I know you don't like it. I'm sorry, Stella, I know you don't like it, but your fur is so thick. She's growling. At least if I do this on the back of her neck, it's harder for her to attack me. But she can still attack me. I'm sorry, Stella. I'm trying to get your fleas off. Okay? Okay? Okay, let's try back here. It's almost impossible to get the flea comb through. Ow! So Boo's happy. He feels good. He's not itching like he was before. And here's Stella. She is in a very bad mood. But at least whatever fleas are on her are trying to jump off and escape. Okay, so now I'm visiting Simba. I have the flea comb. Okay, Simba? Simba doesn't like any kind of fragrance. There's a little bit of dish soap on here. So I had to do the same thing with Simba, which is move the flea comb in super slow motion. So now, oh, I just got a flea off of him. So, it's still alive. Die, flea, die. So with Simba's fur, he is thicker than Boo. Boo's the easiest to flea comb. And not as thick as Stella, thankfully. But his fur is longer than Boo's and thicker than Boo's. So Boo's the easiest to flea comb. Stella is the most difficult to flea comb, impossible in some areas, and Simba's in the middle. But this is how slowly I need to comb him. Okay, try it again. You feeling better, Simba? You have way less fleas on you. Okay, so this is a good sign that I'm not getting a whole bunch of fleas with every brush stroke. Okay, good. I think he's good for now. Good job, Simba. You're good? Are you clear? Are your fleas gone? So these cats get brushed with like a regular brush every day. Like a grooming brush. Do you think he's enjoying it? Simba, are you enjoying this? It's 2:45 p.m. Here's Sammy. She's downstairs. I've been cleaning up more fleas that have been jumping off of the cats. And Nancy was just really behaving strangely. So I called the emergency animal hospital that is open 24/7. And I spoke to one of the vets there, and I explained what Nancy was doing to the vet and that she had a Capstar tablet a few hours ago. And the vet said, well, to be on the safe side, the best thing to do would be to bring her in and have her checked out. So then I started looking for Nancy, got a carrier already, and I could not find her anywhere. So she's obviously in hiding somewhere. And I'm hoping that if she's in hiding, that hopefully she's just relaxing and not getting herself stressed out. So I did look into the side effects of Capstar, and she is exhibiting side effects of the medication. Now they say that this medication has, I don't know if it's actually nicotine in it, but it's like a form of nicotine. So that could explain why she would be agitated, since she's already a cat that is kind of high strung. Giving her some kind of nicotine or something like some kind of speed, for example, could really set her off. But she is hiding right now with little Eva. The two of them are hiding together. And I don't want to disturb her, because if she is all freaked out as it is, and if her heart is like racing, I'm afraid that if I put her into a carrier and take her to an animal hospital, the amount of stress that will be on her on top of the stress she's already feeling, like, might just really, really be dangerous. So right now, I am just going to let her hang out where she is with little Eva. Let me see if I could show them to you. I don't know if the camera's going to focus, but little Eva, that's little Eva's head. And see those white feet? Those are Nancy's feet. And they have moved since the last time I looked down here. So, She appears to be resting comfortably on top of little Eva, or like next to each other. They're behind a stereo system right now. That's what all these wires are for. I have a vintage 90s large stereo system in the back room of my basement. And I don't know how, but they are able to squeeze themselves behind it. And this is where they are. So Nancy seems to be resting comfortably, which is good. That's what I want. If she could just rest, that'll be good. And she's hanging out with Eva, so that's good. So that's why I don't want to like pull her out of here and just cause more unnecessary stress for her. I'm hoping this just passes. So here's Sammy, and Sammy has definitely been having fleas coming off of her also. She's been itching and scratching and biting. And you know, the lighting's kind of weird right now. So she seems to be doing okay. But I do want to point out, one of the reasons why I can't drink caffeine is because, like, if I was going to have a cup of coffee, like a full caffeine coffee, I would be acting like Nancy. Like, my heart would be racing, I would be breathing heavy, I would be, like, hyperactive. That's why I can't consume caffeine, because I don't like what it does to my body, and I don't like how it makes me feel. I have, like, adverse reactions to it. And I feel like that's what's happening to Nancy with regards to this Capstar. And I know that if I have something that has too much caffeine in it, let's say I order something decaffeinated and then they give me something with caffeine, I know that it's just like a horrible few hours until it works its way out of my system, and then everything kind of just settles back down to normal. So I'm hoping that that is the situation with Nancy, and that you know, eventually she'll just be calm. Right now she's calm because she's hanging out with little Eva. The two of them are just laying there. So I'm hoping that continues. I'm not going to run a vacuum down here. I wanted to vacuum down here every few hours, but I'm going to just wait on that. The Capstar is supposed to last in their system for like 24 hours with regards to killing off the fleas. Hopefully the adverse effects that Nancy's dealing with will last less. Oh, I hear movement. I hear movement. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back away, give them space. It is 3 p.m. and here's Boo. He's relaxing comfortably on the bed. Hey, Boo. And here's Stella. She's resting in the cat tower. There's Splash. She's in the penthouse. And here's Simba. Simba is relaxing in this cat bed here near the windows. So I was just doing some more research into the side effects of Capstar. And they say that the side effects that Nancy is having will normally subside within 7 hours of taking the medication. The majority of the side effects, like itching, scratching, that kind of stuff, will usually subside within 4 to 5 hours of taking the medication. And like if there's any panting, hyperactivity, that kind of stuff, they say that usually stops within 7 hours. So the older cats got it at 11 a.m. Right now it's 3 a.m. So that's 4 hours for them. So that's good. The younger cats got it at 11:30, roughly around 11:30. So that means in a half hour, it'll be 4 hours for them. And then there's 3 more hours to go until 7 hours, in which case, hopefully, if Nancy is still exhibiting those symptoms, they should have passed by then. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to, try to go about my day as calmly as possible. I might shut the door to downstairs and do a little bit more vacuuming up here because all the cats up here are calm and I don't want to agitate the cats downstairs. If Nancy's resting comfortably with Eva, I just want her to continue resting comfortably with Eva. There's a lot of other things I could be doing. I just really wanted to do more vacuuming because I really want to get rid of any fleas that are in the house. Now, the issue with Capstar is that so it works for 24 hours on the cats. Any flea that bites a cat is going to ingest the Capstar, and the Capstar works on the central nervous system of the flea, and it kills the flea. They say within the first few hours of taking Capstar, 99% of the adult fleas are killed or on their way to dying. So that's good. The problem is that any larvae and eggs will then hatch days or weeks later. They say it could be days, they say it could be weeks later, and then you can be reinfested. So what I'm going to have to do is make sure I'm flea combing these cats as much as possible, use flea traps to kind of see if there's any, you know, stray random fleas around, and then take it from there. I mean, I could get one of those topicals that you put like on the back of the cat's neck, and that'll last like 30 days, and that will kill off the different stages of the fleas. And the cats have been on that in the past. They've had revolution in the past. The kittens haven't. So I would need to get like 11 doses of revolution. And the problem is that the 3 cats that I currently can't pet, so Goldie, Eva, and Ringo, there's no way that I would be able to get that medication onto them because they don't really let me touch them. So I would only be able to get it on 4 of the 7 kittens, which is, you know, better than nothing. But I'm going to look into more natural treatments and see if there's, you know, something food related. I was watching a video of someone putting some garlic in the cat's food. And I know in the past for Hydrox and Ditto, I did have a flea treatment that did have garlic in it. And I know people say, you know, don't feed garlic to cats because it'll kill them. But I also know that when I spoke to the holistic vet and I was asking her about like all different information, she was telling me how much of it was just false. And with regards to garlic, a lot of the holistic vets say that a cat would need to ingest like, you know, several bulbs of garlic or an entire bulb of garlic to really have negative effects from it, whereas if they have a very small piece of it, it could be beneficial to them. So I'm going to look into that. And, you know, I'm not telling anyone to go feed their cats a bunch of garlic. I'm just mentioning that because other people have had success with fleas with that. And I'm just going to look into the various options. I'm going to look through the books that I have, see what the books that I have say. And I just want to try to figure this out quickly. I mean, this entire thing took me by surprise today when I was flea combing Boo, and I actually got fleas off of him for the first time ever. So all of my plans for today have been like completely forgotten because I've just been dealing with this flea issue. I'm still doing laundry downstairs, so I'm actually going to go down and see where that is right now. I might vacuum up here a little bit, and I'm just going to clean up a little bit, and I do want to start getting videos edited and posted and get season 7 started, so maybe I'll start working on that too. I just don't want to live in a house with fleas in it, so I'm just trying to do everything I can to get rid of them. Hey Sammy. So Sammy just came upstairs and I have the flea comb close by, so I'm actually going to use it on her, see if I get any fleas off of her. So I've been flea combing Sammy, and I don't know if you could see it because I've been putting like tissues in here. I've gotten like 30 fleas off of her right now. I mean, it's crazy. I comb her and there will be like 3, 4, 5 fleas on the comb at once. It's 3:30 p.m. right now, and here's Nancy. She's hanging out by the window. She seems pretty calm. She's watching whatever's going on outside. She's not panting. I was pulling fleas off of Sammy, and then Sammy decided she had enough of that, so then she moved away, and I haven't been able to get any more off of her. But at least Nancy seems to be much calmer than she was before. So it's been 4 hours since they took the medication. And this is the top of a shelf in the back room, and I have like this, it's like a Wheel of Fortune type thing. And Ziggy is hiding behind it. So this is where she is hiding. A lot of the cats have gone into hiding. Richard's in hiding upstairs, and I have no idea where Ringo is. So I guess one of the side effects of this medication is that they're afraid and it makes them hide. I'm here with Sammy by the back door. She has let me continue to comb her for fleas, and I keep getting more fleas off of her, and they're still alive, so at least she's been letting me comb her. I'm really thinking of giving her just an entire bath. Look, there's a flea on her leg, her foot. Just got it off. So the fleas are coming off. If she has this many fleas, I'm sure Nancy has this many fleas. I don't know about the others down there. Now, Sammy, don't drink this water. So Sammy does like to lay right by the back door like this. So there's a good chance that she could be getting fleas from doing that. Anytime the door opens or shuts, there's a chance the fleas can get in. Fleas are also so small they could get in like any little crack and crevice. So you gotta figure out what we're gonna do about this. It's 4 p.m. and Nancy has been letting me flea comb her a little bit. I got some flea dirt off of her, but I haven't gotten any live fleas yet. But I did see them like jumping off of her earlier. So maybe she had a really bad reaction because there was a big die-off. But this is progress. I mean, she's much calmer now than she was before. She was so agitated before. Even Stella was agitated before. So I just got a whole bunch of flea dirt off of Nancy. When I wipe the dirt that's on the flea comb onto this wet paper towel, you can see it turns like a reddish color. Sammy, you want more? You want more flea comb? Want more flea comb? Let me do Nancy a little bit, okay? So what I was saying is I just brushed Simba, Stella, and Boo, and I didn't really get anything off of them. So I think that's good. I think it's just these guys down here. I think I just got a flea off of Nancy. Like, obviously there's more cats down here. If there was a flea problem, it would be a bigger flea problem. But at least I think Nancy's through those horrible side effects. This is a tarot flea trap. I just got this. I ordered it on Amazon. This was about $18. It says it lures fleas, detects and controls indoor flea problems, lures fleas from 30 feet away. Super grabber glue holds them fast, traps other insects too. This includes 1 trap and 2 glue boards. And I should say that this is much larger than I thought it would be. So this box is about, I don't know, maybe like 6 inches or 7 inches by 6 or 7 inches. I thought it was going to be about half the size, like maybe 2 or 3 inches, but it's much larger. Let's open it up. So this is what it comes with. These are the glue boards for the bottom. And then this is the flea trap. It comes with this cord that you plug in, and then on this end is where you would put a light bulb. And this comes with a night light sized light bulb. This is an incandescent light bulb which will give off heat. And then it also includes this cage, and the light bulb will sit in this cage. The reason why I know this is because I looked it up online as far as what this unit looks like and what it's supposed to do. So let's put this together. Let's see if we could put it together without relying on directions. Okay, so this unscrews. Something is going to have to attach this to that. So I'm assuming that's what this does. So this would go through here. Let's turn it over and let's see. If I put it through here and then screw it in, will that work? Okay, there it goes, and that'll hold it. That'll hold that. And then I need to put the light bulb in. Now, these light bulbs, if they go out, you should be able to get one like at the Dollar Tree for a replacement. I mean, these are really just night light bulbs. They should sell them. And then this piece, I'm assuming, okay, it has markings. So I'm gonna just match it up to the markings, snap it in. Is that snapped in? No. Okay, now it's snapped in. So snaps in on 4 sides. These legs look like they are adjustable, so you could actually raise these up. I guess you're supposed to raise them up. Okay, so there it is. And now we just need to get one of the sticky sheets. So here's a glue board. And it has paper on it. Okay, it's sticky, but not like too sticky. Not like so sticky that you're gonna get stuck on it. Let's just put it in here and kind of bend it, and there we go. Really easy to put that in there. So now all I have to do is remove the paper from the top of this, and then there's the sticky part. So what's going to be tricky is keeping cats away from this. So I got this because my cats have fleas. I just found that out today. And I thought this was much smaller, but with this size, you know, my cats could go stick their paws in here, and then the next thing you know, it's moved, it's turned over. So I'm thinking what I need to do with this is put this like underneath a laundry basket that's turned upside down, because then the cats won't be able to get to this, but fleas could still jump into it. It doesn't matter where I put this. If I put this on a shelf, the cats would still get to it. Ideally, because I wanted to trap fleas, I want to put this on the ground somewhere where I know fleas are. So I need to figure that out. The limitations on this are because of the cord length, unless I use like my portable outlet that I have in like a solar generator. I'm sure this does not use much electricity with that small bulb. So I just brought this downstairs and I hooked it up to my small solar generator. This is pulling 7 watts, so it appears that is a 7-watt light bulb. And there is a speck of something on the sticky paper. I don't know if it's a flea or what. It doesn't look like a flea. It could just be like a piece of dirt or something. Just because that paper is sticky, like anything's gonna stick to it, like dust and dirt and all that stuff. So I am going to leave this here for a while, and then I'll come back and I'll see if there's anything else stuck to it. So the bulb is a little bit warm, but not really hot or anything. Like, I don't know how this would attract fleas from 30 feet away, but we'll see if it works. I tried out a homemade flea trap earlier today, and I had a lot of success with that. That attracted about 12 or 13 fleas. And I moved that one around the room real easily because it was just like a candle in a bowl of water with dish detergent. And this one, because you plug it in, is going to be more difficult to move around. But this would obviously be much safer to leave unattended, to leave on at night, that kind of thing. And it would make a good night light because this light is basically a night light. This is what I did to keep the cats from sticking their paws on it. I took a laundry basket and I just turned it upside down over this, so hopefully it'll keep the cats from being curious about it. I decided to move it over here under this piece of furniture because I did not want to put the homemade flea trap under here because that had a open flame, a candle, and this one would be safer to use under here. And hopefully if there are any fleas under here, they will go in this trap, and I'll check it in a few hours. This is the Homedics Pet Air Purifier. I just put a new filter in, and the change filter light is still blinking. So I want to get that light to shut off. What I am going to do is hold the ion button for about 3 seconds. And there we go. It is 6:30 p.m. and I just came into my bedroom to do a final round of flea combing. I see a few dark specks on the bed, and I also see some fur, some more fur. So, one final round of flea combing today, okay, boo? Here's Splash. Hey, Splash, you came out of the penthouse? Splash was in the penthouse all day. You gonna let me comb you? Can I comb you? Flea comb? I just combed Boo and I got nothing off of him, so hopefully he'll stop pulling his fur out. So I have been combing Stella and I have not been getting anything off of her. So that is good. Boo, you still got fleas? Or you still got flea? Let me do your tail. You still got a flea? Boo, there's nothing coming off of you. Nothing coming off of you. I think you're good, Boo. You don't have to scratch anymore, okay? So I got nothing off of Boo, nothing off of Stella. Splash will not let me comb him, so now I am going to comb Simba. So here's Simba, and Simba just combed clean. I got nothing off of Simba, so I'm gonna go downstairs and see if I could comb some of the kittens, and then we'll be done with this for today. Right, Simba? I ordered a set of white cotton sheets today, and I put the fitted sheet on this couch downstairs. I have the slip cover in the laundry, and I might put the slip cover back on, but I might just keep the white sheet on it for a little while. It's really easy to see any kind of specks or like fleas on this white sheet, and Sammy looks really comfortable in this corner, so I have the flea comb down here. I'm going to grab some paper towels and I'm going to start flea combing her. She's all curled up in the corner. It is 10:24 p.m. and I am still battling fleas. I've been battling fleas for at least 12 hours right now. More than 12 hours, because I first found a flea on Boo this morning, like 8 or 9 a.m. So it's definitely been more than 12 hours. And I have been combing Ziggy, and there's Sammy up here, and I keep randomly finding live fleas on this white sheet. I also randomly find a dead flea on this white sheet. The cats have had their dinner. Some of them don't have the biggest appetites. I feel like they've all been through a lot today. I have been doing laundry non-stop. Like, I've lost count of how many loads of laundry I've been doing. This is the day sofa. I used to have some plaid blankets on it, and then I had all of the cat beds, or at least like 4 or 5 cat beds lined up on it. All those cat beds are in the dryer right now. They've been in the wash, now they're in the dryer, and I've washed just about every piece of cat bedding I could find in the house. Every cat blanket, every cat mat from the cat towers, every cat pillow, like you name it, and I've been putting it in the laundry. Here's Richard. So he finally let me flea comb him before everyone ate dinner. And I didn't really get many fleas off of him, only like 1 or 2 live fleas, but I did get a lot of flea dirt off of him. It is 7:30 a.m. Here's Boo. Simba just jumped on the bed, and Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba all got flea comb this morning. I did not find any fleas on them. I found very little flea dirt, if any at all, so hopefully things will stay that way. Boo has continued to itch, but it could be that, you know, he has some dermatitis from the fleas. And, you know, that still needs to resolve itself, or it could be something else. So every time Boo itches, I've been flea combing him, and I've not been finding anything, so we're going to keep an eye on Boo. But it's a huge improvement from yesterday, and now I am going to go downstairs and see what's going on down there. Good morning, everybody. I was looking at the security camera footage, and it looks like 3 cats slept on the sofa. Sammy was here in the corner, there's Ziggy, and there is Ringo. Here's Goldie, Sammy, here's Nancy and Richard. Hey Nancy, you look a lot happier today. They all seem much happier today. They're not scratching and itching like they were yesterday. Here's Ziggy. So who are we missing? We are missing little Eva. There's little Eva. Hey little Eva. That's one of her favorite new spots. So here's the flea trap that I left in the back room here, and it actually looks like it caught 1, maybe 2 fleas, which is good. Or those just could be specks of dirt or something. Oh no, it looks like it caught maybe 1 flea and then a small spider or something. So this is Boo's old day sofa, and I know one of the cats were sleeping here for a while, and I do see what looks like either a few dead fleas or some flea dirt, so I'm going to clean that off. And I want to flea comb the cats as good as I can this morning. So this is where Ringo was laying, and I was combing Ziggy right here, and then all of a sudden Ringo jumped up, and there was a live flea crawling around. That's why that's wet, because I wet a small piece of paper towel in the dishwashing soap liquid, and then I picked up the flea and I disposed of it. Okay, so I just flea combed Sammy a few times, did not find anything. I flea combed Ziggy, did not find anything. I flea combed Nancy, did not find anything. And I combed Richard a little bit. I'll comb him more when he comes down from the shelf. Did not find anything so far. Here's Goldie. I want to flea comb her, but she's afraid of the flea comb. She's afraid of me. So it's her, Ringo, and little Eva. Out of the 3 of them, Ringo is the one that's still itching, and Ringo is the one that I saw a live flea jump off of just a few minutes ago on the sofa. What that means is I'm going to have to keep these white sheets on things down here for now. I only have a few more hours until the Capstar potentially wears off, because it's supposed to last for 24 hours in the cats. Some people say it lasts up to 48 hours, and other people say they give it to their cats once a week and, you know, keeps fleas off the cats. So I feel like I do have a little bit of time before fleas will start infesting the other cats. You know, if any are still alive on Ringo, or the other cats, potentially they could still infest, you know, any of the clean cats. So I'm going to have to obviously put another plan in action. I don't want to give them more Capstar, but if I needed to, I could probably give Ringo another dose. He didn't really have any side effects like Nancy did, or he didn't have any noticeable side effects like Nancy did, but I don't think I'm going to give him another dose today. Maybe like tomorrow, if I was to do that. I definitely want to look into more natural methods, but because I have more than 1 cat and I want to make sure that, you know, all of them are not reinfested, you know, sometimes you have to take quicker measures. So I just found some more live fleas down here. I don't know if they're in the process of dying or what, but Ringo was just laying on a box, like right here. There's a big box here. He was laying on top of it, and then when I came over, he jumped down, and there was a bunch of fleas down here. When I say a bunch, probably like 3 or 4. That's why it's wet. So I put some of the dishwashing liquid on a paper towel, and I, you know, wiped it up. So here's Ringo on top of that box. He went back, and everywhere he goes, he's dropping fleas. I just picked some fleas up off of the rug back here. So I'm hoping that what's happening is that the fleas are in the process of dying, and that's why they are falling off of him. Because I would assume if they were happy, healthy fleas, they would not be falling off of him. And I'm happy to be able to get to them before they potentially infect another cat. But if they're in the process of dying, hopefully they would not infect another cat. So I'm going to have to vacuum multiple times again today and keep an eye on things. That's Nancy just jumping up to the top of the window. I really wish I was able to brush and comb Ringo, Goldie, and Eva. I mean, that is really next on the agenda of the training that needs to happen. But it's much more important that the fleas are under control. It is now 10:30 a.m. and I just came downstairs to give the cats some breakfast. The upstairs cats just ate their breakfast. And the first thing I want to do is look at this white sheet and see if I see anything, and yes, I do. I see a live flea. Watch out. So I pick them up in a wet paper towel, and then I dunk the paper towel into this dish soap solution right here. I'm going to walk around, and if I notice any others, I'm going to pick them up. I don't care if they're half dead. I don't want them around. I just found another tiny live flea here on the day sofa. So I think putting these white sheets everywhere is definitely helping to identify these tiny, tiny specks, because it's really easy to see them if they're moving. Here's the flea trap that I have set up, and this is supposed to attract fleas from, 30 feet away, but there's no new fleas on it. Good morning, Richard. How are you? So the plan for today is to feed the kittens, get them fed, and then once the kittens are upstairs, I will be vacuuming down here, and I'm probably going to Swiffer the floor, the part that's tiled, and just going over everything that I can to try to pick up any stray fleas. Oh, and I'm also going to put the flea trap down here, the one with the candle. That seems to work better than the one with the light bulb, and see if it picks anything up. It is 11:55 a.m. and I've been spending some time cleaning down here, probably at least an hour. So I have these two flea traps running. This one's been moved around like 2 or 3 locations, and this one has also, and neither of them have any new fleas in them from today, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. I vacuumed the rug and I vacuumed the floor, and I'm going to make sure that when I empty this, I empty this into a bag outside. I'm not emptying this into a garbage can inside, just in case there's any live fleas in it. And this is the tile floor in the back room. I just Swiffered this entire floor, like I wet Swiffered it, so I washed it with the pet Swiffer. And I did have an area rug on the floor, one of the area rugs that I get at Christmas tree shops. And it was a very light color, but I've decided that I had it long enough and it's time for it to go. So I rolled it up and I have it outside ready for rubbish day pickup. Now I do have other area rugs that I could put down here. I did stock up before Christmas tree shops went out of business. But I don't know if I want to do that yet, just because I don't need any new fleas infesting a new rug. But I just really did not want to keep the old rug. There's probably flea eggs in it, who knows what else, so I just wanted to get rid of it. I should also mention that the rug that was in this back room is where the cats have been hanging out a lot recently. I had a lot of their track toys on it, and there's also a cat tower back here, and they really like hanging out here. What I would love to do is, as I get more stuff cleaned out of this back room, turn it more into like the cat room back here, so that the front room is more usable as it was prior to all of the cats arriving at the house. So that is the goal. I did make really good progress with that during the time that I was not filming and uploading videos for when I took a few weeks off from doing that. So it's a lot better than it was, but there's still a lot of stuff that I need to go through and either get rid of or, figure out a place to store it. So it's definitely not a good idea to use this laundry basket over the candle flea trap, because look what it did. It actually started to melt the plastic. Not a good idea. So this is the garbage bag where I've been emptying out the vacuum cleaner, and I twisted it closed and I just pushed it down into this 5-gallon container last night. Well, today when I just came out to open it, there's actually fleas around the outside of it. So it's so super important to make sure that you empty your vacuum outside, and preferably I'm gonna have to wet this all down and kind of soak it. Hopefully that'll kill the fleas. Maybe put some dish soap in there also. It is 2 p.m. and here's Sammy and Ziggy. They've been hanging out by the back door, and they decided that they want to play with this box. I put it kind of near the door because I need to bring it outside for recycling, and they've decided that they want to play with it. I got a new filter for the Homedics air purifier downstairs, and that's what the box is from. Here's Boo. He is laying on the bed. And there's Splash. He's been laying on the bed with Boo. And I came in to check the white duvet cover that they're laying on, and I found a live flea. So I picked it up and disposed of it. And it came from where Splash was laying. Splash was laying over here. So that's what I've been doing. I checked near Stella. I don't see anything there. Also, when I went downstairs a little while ago, I did find a live flea on the white sheet on the sofa down there, near where little Eva was laying. So what it seems is that for the cats that I was able to flea comb yesterday, like really good, there's no fleas today, or very few. I think I found one random flea on Richard. But for the cats that I was not able to thoroughly flea comb, like Splash, Goldie, Ringo, and Eva, there's like more fleas around them. Now I was able to flea comb Splash. I did it this morning. I also did it yesterday. The problem is I can't really thoroughly flea comb him. I could do maybe like half of him, and then he's like, okay, I'm done. Whereas Boo, he lets me flea comb everything. Same thing for Simba, and even Stella, even though sometimes I have to do it in like phases with her because she gets annoyed. So Boo has like 2 scabs back here, like behind his neck. I'm assuming those are from flea bites where he was having flea issues. And he has been like scratching them off. So at least today there are a lot less fleas than there were yesterday. Yesterday was just like insane. It was like I went away for 2 days, I came home, and it was like a flea explosion. Right, Bo? It is 7:30 p.m. I just came downstairs to vacuum and get the cats ready for their dinner. And look at this, look. There's a whole bunch of fleas now in this flea trap. I'm surprised to see all these. There's like 18 fleas, and maybe this morning there was like 3 or 4. So far this has caught like 15 fleas. And I think what the difference is that I shut the lights down here. So this was the only light that was on. So maybe that was helping to attract the fleas. But I'm really happy that this was able to catch the fleas that it caught. So I'm going to move this aside so I could vacuum this area, and then I'm probably going to put the laundry basket over it because when all the cats are down here, I don't want any of the cats disturbing it. Although there have been like 3 or 4 cats down here the whole time. So I'm just really happy that this is working. Here's Ziggy, and the other thing that I am going to do right now before I vacuum is flea comb her. I'm going to flea comb Sammy. Sammy's down here too. And I already combed Richard and Nancy upstairs. I didn't find anything on either of them. I am finding stuff on Ziggy. I don't know if it's flea dirt or fleas, but I'm going to get everything off her that I could get off of her. So Ziggy moved over here because Sammy's been itching a little bit, so I wanted to flea comb Sammy, but Ziggy wants all the combing. Ziggy really, really loves it. You love it, Ziggy? I have to do Sammy. So far, I haven't really found anything on Ziggy at all. But I do see a little black speck over there where Sammy was. So I want to comb Sammy, but Ziggy wants to be combed. It's a little bit after midnight, and here's Boo. He's laying on my bed. I think this is where he's going to sleep. Notice how he likes to stretch out and take up a huge portion of the bed. So I got a flea off of him maybe like a half hour ago. And so I combed him. more, and I didn't get any more fleas off of him, so I'm hoping it was just like a random stray. This evening I got a flea off of Sammy, Nancy, and Richard, and I still can't comb Goldie, Eva, or Ringo, and Eva and Ringo have been scratching, not really Goldie very much, but I set up 2 of the flea traps downstairs overnight. So the only lights that are on downstairs right now are those flea traps. There's one in the front room and one in the back room. And I put a yellow blanket on the floor where I used to have the rug in the back room, and I put a toy on it for the cats. I just wanted to put something down on the tile, so if they do drop some fleas, it'll be easier to see it on the fabric than on the tile, because the tile's like, it's like different colors, and the specks can kind of blend into the natural stone on the tile. So it was definitely a better day today than yesterday, even though there are quite a few fleas in the flea trap downstairs. Overall, I was dealing with a lot less fleas than yesterday, so I'm hoping that we can continue in the direction of less fleas every day. The goal is to vacuum the house at least once a day, if not twice a day, and to flea comb the cats twice a day, and to put these flea traps around, and just take it from there. And so that's where everything stands right now after the second day of flea wars. It is 7:45 a.m. and I've been flea combing Stella, and I've gotten a few very tiny fleas off of her, and she's attacking me, so I can't continue. It is 8 a.m. and Stella moved over here, so she's letting me flea comb her a little bit better here without attacking me as much. And I combed Simba. He jumped on the bed and I did not find anything on him. And I combed Boo, and I did not find anything on Boo. And so far, I only found like 2 or 3 small fleas on Stella this morning, but I haven't found any since she moved over here to this room, so I put the toy on for her to keep her distracted, and for the most part, it's been working. So cats can't multitask. They can only put their attention on one thing at a time. So if you need a cat to do something, there's a good chance that they'll do it if you can find a distraction for them. Right, Stella? So I had to also explain to Stella that she had bugs in her fur. When I told her that, I had to get the fleas, she didn't really understand what that was. But when I told her that she had bugs in her fur, she was like, oh no, the queen cannot have bugs. You got Flea there? Stella? I want to talk about flea combs because these are the 2 flea combs that I have, and I bought these at local pet stores. And even though they have been successful with getting fleas off of the cats, what I don't like about them is that they are black. So this entire flea comb is black, and then this bottom part of this flea comb where it attaches to the tines is also black. So what that does is it makes it harder to see fleas on the flea comb. So when I brush the cats for fleas, the majority of the time I'm seeing the fleas, it is on this upper part of the tines closer to the plastic part of the flea comb. And sometimes in lower light situations where, I don't have really bright light, it makes it hard to see the fleas. So what I'm hoping to do sometime today is visit 1 or possibly 2 local pet supply stores and see if they have flea combs that are not black.
Nobody should be making black flea combs. This should be white or a nice bright light color, maybe like yellow or maybe pink, something that you can really see the fleas against. You really can't see fleas against black. So I have no idea why anyone would make black flea combs. I will never purchase another flea comb that is black next to where the tines are. So for example, if this flea comb was like black up here and then white down here, then I would purchase it because then you could see the fleas really easily on the tines next to the comb. But because it's black next to the tines, like both of these, it makes it really hard to see the fleas. So if you're ever purchasing a flea comb, don't purchase a black one. It is 10 a.m. and the cats are getting their breakfast. I am definitely running late this morning. I've not been downstairs yet, so I'm just about to go downstairs and see what's going on with the flea traps downstairs and to comb as many of the cats downstairs as I can comb and deal with the ongoing flea battle. For breakfast today, the cats are having chunky beef. So it's chunks of beef with organ meats mixed in and some chicken necks with bone, and then their supplements. Yesterday for breakfast, they had chunky turkey, and they really like chewing the chunks of meat, so they should enjoy the beef. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Ziggy. What's going on back here? Look what they did. They bunched up all of this fabric that I had on the ground. Here's little Eva. I'm going to check the flea trap. I can see it caught at least one flea. Here is the taro flea trap. It's been on overnight, and it looks like it has more fleas in it now than it did last night. Can you see all the fleas in there? So last night there was about, I don't know, like 20 fleas in there, and I just counted more than 20. There's probably like 30 in there now, so it's definitely continuing to catch fleas. I'm going to leave it here. These white sheets have been so helpful in finding like random and stray fleas that I ordered another pair. Not the same pair. These are the organic cotton sheets off of Amazon. They were $39.99. I ordered a different pair. I ordered I think they were probably a higher thread count. So these sheets are percale. And the ones that I ordered are like 400 thread count, supposedly luxury sheets, not organic, but I don't really care about that. So it'll be interesting to see the quality difference. These are really, really lightweight sheets. They're almost translucent. Here's Nancy. So the reason why I wanted to get another set of sheets is so that I could take these off, put them in the wash, and swap them out with another pair. I'm trying to flea comb Ziggy, and she's way too excited. She just wants to rub up on my hand more than anything. See? She's in love with my hand. What are you doing, Ziggy? Okay, good. You want pets? I need to comb you, okay? Because you might have bugs. We don't want bugs in your fur, Ziggy. No bugs in your fur, okay? Okay, no bugs in your fur. You get any bugs out, okay? Got to get all the bugs out. Okay, come on. Let's get bugs out. You want to chew on the comb? You want to chew on this comb while I get another comb? Or you want to comb yourself? Comb yourself? Okay, you want me to get another comb? Okay, you want that comb? Let me go get another comb. I'll go get another one. I'll be back. I've been combing Nancy and Richard and getting fleas off of both of them. I've been getting really, really tiny fleas, almost really hard to see, very hard to see on the flea combs that I'm using.
And I don't know if these are younger fleas. I don't know if fleas start out smaller and then get a little bit larger as they get older. But I'm just going to keep combing these guys until I don't see any more fleas coming off on the brush. It is 11:30 a.m. and I just got done with everything. So the flea traps are still on. I shut the lights down here because I think they do better when it's dark versus when it's light. So I vacuumed this entire downstairs area. All the cats have been fed. Here's Goldie. She's laying on the back of the couch. I'm waiting for the new set of sheets to arrive. As soon as they do, then I'm going to put all of these sheets in the laundry and put fresh sheets on everything. I want to kind of swap out sheets either every day or every other day. And I did my morning vacuuming. I did my morning flea combing, and everyone's been fed, so we're good until later this evening. Here's what's going on in the back room. So that is little Eva. She's laying on that blanket, which is fine. I'm going to put that in the laundry also. There's the cat track, and back there is another one of the flea traps. Now this flea trap only has like 2 fleas on it, so hopefully there's not as many fleas back here as in the other section. The other section has carpeting, so there's probably going to be more fleas than over here, which only had an area rug, which I got rid of, and the tile floor. It is 12 p.m. I was just about to leave the house and get some errands done, and this is what I just found. So Boo vomited on the bed, and of course I don't have the vomit blanket on because of the flea issue. I was actually going to put the vomit blanket on later today when I put this in the laundry, but now I have to put like all of my bedding in the laundry. It went through every layer. It is 2:30 p.m. and I just got home. I wanted to check on Boo, and he was relaxing on the day sofa. I'm looking for fleas now that he got up. I don't really see a lot of fleas. I do see a lot of cat hair. How you doing, Boo? You okay? Look at what's going on in here. Here's Simba and Splash. Splash is laying on my pillow. So I took off the 2 top duvet covers, the white one, and then there was one with a pattern underneath it, like a floral duvet cover. Those are both in the washing machine. I'm going to move those to the dryer, and then I'm going to remove everything else from the bed and put it in the wash. So I picked up the blanket and then the top sheet, and it really didn't go all the way through to the bottom sheet, but I'm going to put everything in the wash anyway. These 2 are not going to like it because they look really comfortable, but that's how it is. Here's Ziggy. She is relaxing on the sofa downstairs. Here's Goldie. She was just wrestling with Sammy. It looks like there continues to be more fleas in the flea trap. I mean, not a crazy amount more, but it does look like more than there were in it this morning. Today I went to 2 different pet stores. I wanted to buy new flea combs, and I went to PetSmart. They had no flea combs in the entire store. Kind of disappointed in that. I ended up buying some cat litter and some dry food. And then I went to another pet store, and they did have flea combs, so I got 2 flea combs. I'm excited to try them because they are for longer coats, and hopefully that'll work better on like Stella and Simba and even Splash, because it's been hard to comb them with the combs that I have. And while I was out, I ended up talking to one of the store employees who has about 18 cats. And I was talking, about flea stuff. And they said that what they do is they use Advantage on half of the cats. And what it does is any of the fleas that are on cats that, they can't put it on, for example. I have 3 cats that I can't flea comb or anything like that. I really can't even pet them or brush them. So what they were telling me is that they have some cats like that also. And what they do is they put the Advantage on whatever cats they can put it on, and that will cause the fleas to die when the fleas go on those cats. And what will happen is that as
time passes and, fleas go through their flea cycle, any fleas that are still on the other cats, if they migrate to the cats that are protected with the advantage, for example, the fleas are going to die. So that's what they were telling me they do in order to control the fleas and kill the fleas off. So I might try that. I might order some advantage and put it on as many of these cats as I can. So that would be 8 of them. And that would be better than none of them. So at least like 8 of them would be flea free. Here's Sammy. She's taking a bath. So I'm going to look into doing that. It would be good to put some kind of longer lasting flea medicine on as many of them as I can. I would continue to use the flea traps. I would continue to use the white sheets and to vacuum twice a day and, clean twice a day. But I just don't like fleas in my house. I don't like any kind of bugs in the house. So I am willing to take additional measures. Here's the flea trap that was in the back room. It has 3 fleas in it. So I just moved it here to the front room. I put it near the cat tower. And I don't know, it's probably like 8 feet away from the other trap. I want to see what it does here. Will it trap more fleas here than in the back? And also, considering the fact that it is quite close to this one, I mean, it's only about 8 feet away. Let's see what happens, because these are supposed to pull fleas from 30 feet away. It says up to 30 feet away. So we'll see if we notice a big difference with the other one only being like 8 feet away. So I just put it down and there's already 5 fleas in it. I only saw 3 fleas in it when it was in the back, and now I see 5 in it. So is it pulling new fleas, or did I not see the other 2? Here's Sammy and Ziggy. Sammy's biting herself. I'm going to flea comb her in a little bit. And here's Goldie. Little Eva is in the back room. And I don't know where anyone else is. It is 7:30 p.m. and these are the 2 new flea combs that I bought today. So this one is green, light green, and this one is white. And they both have longer tines than the flea combs that I have been using. So I'm really excited to try these out. And I'm going to try these out on the upstairs cats. And then I'm going to try these out on the downstairs cats. And we're going to see how they work. It is 8:15 p.m. Here's Ziggy. And this is the new flea comb that I have been using on the cats upstairs, and it has been working really, really good. It's a lot larger than the other flea combs, and I'm definitely able to use it on Simba much better, and even on Stella, and I was actually getting some live fleas off of Boo. So now I am going to use this on as many cats as I can down here. And then I'm going to give them their dinner. I've already scooped the litter, given them water. I have not done the laundry yet because Boo puked and I'm still doing laundry from my bedding. So I got to get that done, and then I'm going to swap out the sheets. Oh, and I also should say that I did get the new set of sheets today, but when I took them out of the package, they just had like a chemical odor, so I had to put them in the wash, and I'm waiting for them also. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is take the laundry out of the dryer and load it with everything that's in the washing machine, and then I'll come back and comb as many cats as I can. So I combed Richard like just twice, like 2 little strokes, and I got some fleas off of him. Then I combed Sammy a lot. I got nothing off of her. And I just got 2 fleas off of Ziggy. These are the first fleas that I've gotten off of Ziggy. And I really think it's because of this flea comb. It is so much better. First of all, it's wider here, so there is a lot more coverage when I'm combing. And also, it's longer. Like the tines of the comb are longer. So with the fur, it just goes through it better. I'm actually surprised I got some fleas off of Ziggy because I haven't been getting anything off of her. There's 2 more. And it's super easy to see the fleas on this because it's white and because of just the longer tines. So I'm gonna finish Ziggy. I have this container with water and dish soap, and so I have been just kind of like squeezing the fleas off with little bits of paper towel just to make sure they don't jump. And yeah, so let me finish. So Ziggy has really been enjoying getting combed with us. I did find another live flea on the sheet, and I just wanted to mention that this is like the Rolls Royce of flea combs. It is such high quality. It is really, really sturdy. It feels really good in your hand, and the cats like it. I mean, Ziggy is purring away. She was all stretched out, and it just makes it so easy to flea comb her, much easier than those smaller combs. I just got another flea. Let's kill all of your fleas. No bugs on Ziggy, okay? No bugs on Ziggy. You don't want no bugs on Ziggy, okay? No bugs on Ziggy. No bugs on Ziggy. Nope. Don't eat that. No bugs on Ziggy. It is 11:40 p.m. and look at Splash. He's laying in Stella's castle. He's been laying in that castle for the past few days. It's like he just discovered it, so I'm happy he's enjoying it. Here's Stella, there's Simba, and here's Boo. Boo's in my room. So I am going to start getting ready for bed. It's been a very, very long day. I bought Advantage for the cats. That's the flea drops you put on the back of their neck, and it's supposed to keep them free of fleas for about 30 days. I did not put the Advantage on the cats today because I decided that I am going to put it on them tomorrow. I think it will be better if I do it tomorrow. I had so many other things going on today that I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of do it tomorrow. I'll do it earlier in the day. That way, if someone has some kind of side effects or reaction to it, I'll be better able to see it and react accordingly. So I got a few more loads of laundry done. The downstairs cats are doing well. They're all resting comfortably. None of them are really scratching a whole lot. Now, Boo has been flea combed tonight several times. The first time I did get some live fleas off of him. The following 2 times that I combed him, I didn't find anything, and he was getting mad at me for combing him so much. So we'll do more combing of all the cats tomorrow. I'm just going to continue with this routine with, extra laundry every day, extra vacuuming, extra cleaning, all this stuff. Very, very, very time consuming, but it needs to be done, at least while we're, in this flea cycle. So that is what happened today.